between us, but my God, you are so pretty. Oh yeah, deeper in love with me, you'd fall. You'd have it all. Whoa, what you do to me. Whoa, what you do to me. Whoa, what you do to me. Whoa, hoo, hoo, what you do to me. What you do to me. What you do to me. Do 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 do. Hello and very welcome to today's show. My name be Owen, and it is so nice to have everybody here with me. Make sure that everything is nicely working. We are connected to the Elon Musk Streamline. Yes, indeed. Nobody's here, so I'm essentially talking to myself. I'm talking to myself into Streamline. Yes, into a valley of lies. Okay, hope everyone is doing a-okay. We are just cruising. I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put the link in to the, how do I do this? I put it into WhatsApp, and then when it goes into WhatsApp, I will take out the phone and I'll post the link to Instagram, and then people can come from Instagram and they can watch this video live. Okay, I think that's correct. I think we're doing all right. I think we're good. Hope everyone's doing good. Let me know in the comments if everything is up and running. Hope all is good. And let me see now what's going on here now with the phone. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to copy that link. Now I think this is the right link, but let's just see where that takes us. Does that take us into YouTube? Hello everybody. Can everybody hear me? Appears to be. I hope it's working all right. Let me know. That seems to be working now perfectly. Yes, good stuff. Great stuff, in fact. How's everyone getting on? Hope all is Gucci in the big bad world. The big bad world. We are going to take a bit of a look at some Alex Ferguson videos. There's a video here where Roy Keane got arrested in 1999, the year that United won the treble. Fergie had to bail Keane out of prison. He was doing slammer tam, and he had to bail him out of prison. So he did. Red Armchair Sporter, hello there. How are you? How are you getting on? Hope all be Gucci in your world. What's the crack with yourself? What have you been up to? Are you keeping well? How's life? No air frying tonight? No. What did I have for the dinner today? The din-dins. I had, you know what I had actually? I had some tofu. Tofu with kidney beans, and what else was in it? Kidney beans. There was onions. Just trying to remember what the fuck was going on inside the thing. Had it in a falafel with a bit of cream cheese, and I have to say it was. And also had some nuts, and I had some mango slices, and I had some crisps chocolate. You're streaming head to head with your old enemy Viper. It's great to know that he's online. Anyways, hope he's keeping well. Chris, or I should say the Viper Higgins, is a beautiful man. Beautiful man. And it's great to know that he's on the airwaves. Let me see now. I'm playing around with these buttons here. Okay, I need to change the buttons that's on the stream deck. I still have that kind of shit. That's okay. That'll do, donkey. Juggle away, Shinra. Juggle away on the streams. It's good to have you on board. But do tell Uncle Viperino that I said hello. We are going to be looking at a bit of our good friend Alex Ferguson. I don't know why I came across this video today on Instagram. You know the way you'd be on Instagram hours and hours a day scrolling, looking at absolute bollocks. And I always save stuff, and I'm sure you do the same yourself. You save videos and you think to yourself, I'll go back and I'll watch them later on. But I thought today is as good a day as any to go back and watch some of the stuff. Oh, Jesus. What's going on here now? Right, let me stick this in here. Alex Ferguson. Here we go. Roy Keane. No, that's not that one. Man United coach gives insight into. No, that's not the one either. Roy Keane slags off Alex Ferguson live on TV. Let's have a little look at that.
It does seem, Roy, but someone else who's not particularly fond of you is Sir Alex Ferguson. I mean, out of 10, how angry are you?
No, I'm okay. I'm quite relaxed. I think I do remember having conversations with the manager when I was at the club about loyalty, and in my opinion, I don't think he knows the meaning of the word.
A little bit of a dig there from Keane. He played it very nicely because the fella here set him up as if to say, like, you a bit thick, Roy? Is there something? You a bit aggressive? You know, and Ian Wright there and fucking Lee Dixon there in the corner just taking it all in. Ian Wright knows well something's coming by the bite of the lip there. Keane playing it safe. He's got the clean cut. And as well as that, you'd wonder how you'd get angry when you're on the kind of money that Keane was on there. I don't know what you get paid for being on, let's just say punditry, we'll say. Roy Keane punditry payments. That's probably not the right way to put it. Roy Keane punditry payments. While exact figures are not publicly available, it's reported that Roy Keane's punditry work significantly contributes to his overall wealth, with estimates of his net worth being around 44 million. Jeez, that's a nice bit of money to take back to Cork. Roy Keane, the Cork man, got 46.5 million in the bank account. His income from punditry is substantial, though not usually disclosed by broadcasters. Someone's got to know something. You're not really giving much away there, AI. Maybe the Irish Mirror will have it, even though this could be a fucking bunch of lies. Let's skip down past all the shite. In 2020, Match of the Day host Gary Lineker was earning 1.35 million for his role. Pundit Alan Shearer was on 395,000. Whoa. While Ian Wright was on 195,000. So 1.35. Gary Lineker was a cute bastard too. He's constantly been making money, Gary, and you got to give him credit where credit's due. Not only was he a good footballer, but he was a bloody good commentator too. Terry, hello, how are you doing? Shinra, username Nigel Netanyahu. How is everyone getting on? Patine, welcome. Brian, oh yes, let's see. You remember seeing Keane squeezing the life out of Gaza? Of course, there is the infamous picture of Vinnie Jones. We know this one. Vinnie Jones grabbing balls, and surely to God, this will be the picture that I'm looking for. Yes, the infamous picture where Vinnie Jones, the original hardman of the Premier League, grabbed the balls, grabbed the nuts, and probably the cock as well of our good friend Gaza. And as you can tell there by Gaza, he's not even pretending there. And Vinnie Jones is really going for it there too. You can just see he's got a good grip on it. Around the time, I think Vinnie Jones was part of the Crazy Gang, which was the Wimbledon team. They're all a bit shite at football, so they had to do something that counteracted the lack of skill, and that was to go around grabbing lads' balls. Yes, Gary Lineker is making plenty of money off the Walker's crisps. Yeah, does he still do those Walker crisps, Ed? You could Roy up. Let me see. Vinnie Jones, let's turn them shits. Gooched. Ouch. You can't fake that. No, you cannot. Surely you cannot. No, and that wasn't even a free kick at the time. But now with VAR and screens and everything like that, you know, you don't get away with grabbing the balls anymore. If you did, then you'd probably be sent off. You'd be locked up. Yeah. The key would be thrown away, and you'd be fucking locked up and gone. Now that's Vinnie Jones. Anyways, we're going back. We're dealing a bit today with the relationship between Keane. Excuse me, I'm spitting all over myself. Keane and Fergie. Keane and Fergie had a very tempestuous relationship that was withered by the end of it, and that resulted in them having a bit of a blowout towards the end, and Fergie didn't like it. Fergie didn't like to be told what to do, but Keane wasn't going to sit around and let fucking Fergie bully him either. You know, like Fergie was and possibly is the greatest manager to ever manage a team in the Premier League. He did it with Keane. And here is Ferguson and some of his backroom staff which I never really knew what backroom staff were, but there's some of his backroom staff from the United team. Probably just two lads they were hanging around Old Trafford. They didn't have much for doing. And they turned up with Alex Ferguson to bail Roy Keane out of prison.
Alex Ferguson arrived at Manchester's Bootle Street police station at 9:15 this morning.
Bit of a cough there from Fergie. He was on the fags all night.
Bootle Street police station at 9:15 this morning, flanked by club security staff.
Flanked.
Sad after we won the league. I got arrested on Monday in
Why have they done this in a way that it sounds like Keane is talking from the cell inside
the league? I got arrested on Monday and the gaffer came on the Tuesday morning to get me. The life I was living, it was 100 miles an hour. I couldn't have carried on.
I don't get it. I was watching this video earlier. Why do they have a look at the end as if to say, did you get everything you wanted there, lads?
No, I couldn't have carried on.
I don't know why they turned around there.
If we won, I celebrated. If we lost, drawn me sorrows type of thing, I had no balance to me.
Like, if you were in Keane's shoes, like, he's looking well, he's living in England, he's getting money, big money from Premier League football. He probably has plenty of riding to be done, that he did. And could you blame him? He was playing for one of the best teams in the world at the time. I do not know who these two down here. Who are these people?
I'm definitely more relaxed. I've got a different outlook on life, I'm not getting too spiritual, but you know what I mean? I'm getting more relaxed about things. Well, I'm trying to, but as I said, it won't stop me from losing me rag every now and then.
Won't stop you from losing your rag again. He's the kind of fella who'll never be tamed. Roy Keane, a proper alpha male. If ever there was an alpha male to be talked about, it's got to be Keane. Just everything about him, it just screams toughness. And Roy is the man. Yeah, how you Davy's life? How you getting on? Hope all is well. Chucky McNorris, how do? How are you getting on? Davy's life. Brian, Ireland playing Hungary on Saturday in the World Cup qualifiers. New small group format makes things interesting. To be honest, Brian, and I feel bad even saying this, I haven't really been following the Irish soccer team. I used to be demonic when it came to watch them. But I must get around to watching the boys again because it's a fucking crying shame. Ireland football. We'll see. We'll check in on the Irish football team and see what they're doing here. It would be lovely if they were to qualify for World Cup qualification. I should get down there now. Let Google fix it up for me there now. FIFA World Cup 26 qualification fixture schedule confirmed. Ireland were drawn in Group F earlier today against either Portugal or Denmark, Hungary and Armenia in a 4-team group with the campaign set to start in September 2025. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now, right? So that means they're just about to kick off 2025 for the World Cup is back. Audio input capture. Here we go. We're back. I believe we're back. Let me know if we're back there, folks. It'd be lovely to know what's going on. Let me see. I think I need to get rid of that one then. Audio. Let me see. Get rid of that one. Remove. I banged the table there and I think a cable popped out. She's back, boy. Lovely stuff. Back on, Sham. Let's go. Let's go. Daniel, how are you? How are you doing? Everybody that's there. 1, 2, testing on the mic. USB issue. I'll tell you what's the problem. Basim Brace. The thing is, this computer has 3 connections there at the side, and for some reason, one of the cables that goes into the Focusrite, which is connected to the microphone, keeps popping out. I don't know why, but it should be fine because it's brand new stuff. It's brand new stuff, so it is. Well, it's not that new. It's a couple of years old, but still. I have the fast internet now, Chucky. Oh, I do. I have the Elon Musk stuff, so I've actually forgiven him for all of his sins because the Starlink is working very, very well for me now. Anyways, we're looking at a bit of World Cup stuff here. I just want to get the synopsis. I don't want to be looking into this too much. Let's get into this one. Balls.ie. What do Ireland need to do to qualify for the 2026 World Cup? The Republic of Ireland will kick off 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign this weekend, with Heimir Hallgrimsson hoping to lead his side to the finals in North America next summer. It's going to be good fun. I think it's in the States, Canada and Mexico. Ireland have not reached a men's World Cup since 2002, although hopes are high within the camp that the drought will come to an end next year. I feel like it's dangerous, though, to start getting your hopes up. Hopes are high, and you do need to have high hopes. Otherwise, what's the point of anything, really? You know, you need to have this fake excitement. And we have it every year for Mayo, and you know, you can have it in the football, you can have it in different things, but you need it. You need it, and then one day it fucking clicks. One day it fucking clicks. Has Raja been lifted yet? You know, I think Raja is still on the loose. Himself and Janet Jackson, his mother, not Janet Jackson. What the fuck is his fucking Quintage Rampage Jackson? They're looking to find him. So if you see him around, let the boys know. Let the boys know. UC stuff, horse steroids. Yeah, I think they're in big use. The old horse steroids are being used by a lot of the lads in the UFC, but we can't talk about that at the minute because that is in court. Horses deserve steroids. They do. I think they do. Ireland have not reached a men's World Cup. Yeah, okay, we know that. Well, who are they up against? Up against fucking Ronaldo again, due to Ireland taking part in the UEFA Nations League playoff this year. There's too many games on nowadays. It's like there's so much going on that it's hard to keep up with. Like, due to Ireland taking part, I didn't even know they were in the United Nations League playoff early this year. They were drawn into a 4-team group. Why was it due to? I don't know. I can't keep up. Some nations have already played up to 4 qualifiers, although the smaller group means that Ireland will have just 6 fixtures to play before the end of 2025. So just 6 fixtures. Am I right in saying then if they win 3 and draw 1, there's a good chance that they'll go through to the World Cup? Is that correct? Or am I just making shit off? Am I making shit up, I should say? Ireland have been drawn in Group F alongside Portugal. Yeah, we'll lose to Portugal. Hungary will beat the fuckers. Armenia will hammer them. If we don't beat Armenia, then we should just knock the football on the head altogether, because no offence to Armenia, and I've never been there, but I would love to go, but they're shit at football. They are really shit. And Hungary are not much better. Glorified friendlies at Nations League. I think it is, yeah. I think you're right. It's a money maker. It's an absolute money maker. Who's making the money? I do not know, but there's definitely ticket sales. There's jerseys. There's other stuff going on behind the scenes where they're just cashing in every corner. And, you know, credit where credit's due to Ronaldo. To be able to play as many games as he's played and not take on too many injuries is a testament to not only Georgina, but his chef and everyone around him, the coach, the physio, the whole team, the whole squad, and the whole gang that he's built around him there to keep him in such shape that he's going to be playing probably in another World Cup. That must be a record. That's got to be a record. Let me see. So we should beat Armenia. What do Ireland need to do to qualify for the 2026 FIFA World Cup? In the simplest terms, top their qualifying group. Each of the top placed teams across the 12 UEFA qualifying groups will qualify automatically. Okay, so if you get to the top, is that possible? Yes. Is it? I'm asking myself the same question. Again, I don't know. I'd like to say it's possible. Anything is possible. We have high hopes, but does that mean we're going to actually win it? Who knows? The 12 second place teams will take part in the playoffs in March. That'll be just dragging it out though, like, you know, to be, won't be able to enjoy the Christmas. With four further spots up for grabs, they will be joined by the best Four Nations League group winners who finish outside the top two of their qualifying group. As Ireland did not win their UEFA Nations League group in 2024-25, it is very likely that they will need to finish second in their group in order to reach the playoffs. The 16 teams will be split into four. Can we go to the World Cup? This seems like too much, doesn't it? The 16 teams will be split into 4 mini tournaments. Just fucking play a game of football, each of which will feature 2 semi-finals and a final. The 4 tournament winners will then qualify for the World Cup next summer. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I have no idea. But I do hope that Ireland do qualify, but it looks like there's a lot of stuff to get through. So if they top their league, they go straight through. But if they get to the second position, then they'll go into another tournament in March. And then as Ireland did not win their UEFA Nations League group, it's very likely that they will need to finish second in the group in order to reach the playoffs. Well, that's what you're saying there now. The 16 teams will be split into 4 mini tournaments. Okay, so this is for the playoffs. The 16 teams will be split into 4 mini tournaments, each of which will feature 2 semi-finals and a final. Okay, so it's like a little kind of game of Wembley almost, where they won't be groups anymore. They'll go down to, it'll be little mini tournaments, you could say. The 4 tournament winners will then qualify for the World Cup next summer. Okay, I think I got it. Ireland versus Hungary, we're going to win that one. Armenia versus Ireland, we're going to win that one. Portugal versus Ireland, that will be a draw. Ireland versus Armenia, we definitely should win that. Ireland versus Portugal, that could be a draw. Hungary versus Ireland. Jesus, we actually could go through to the World Cup now that I'm looking at this. This looks very likely when you think about it. Hungary, Armenia. Paul, how are you doing? How are you getting on? Thanks for joining us. Armenia, and you go to football ranking. I don't think they're so high up on the ranking. They couldn't even get above North Macedonia. Let me see. Is soccer popular in Armenia? It's the most popular sport. Okay. Let's just see the world football ranking, and we'll see roughly where Ireland come compared to Armenia. Argentina top. They have to be top because they're World Cup champions. Spain are always sniffing. France have a good team. You would think that France would be second though after getting to the World Cup final, wouldn't you? But no, maybe think what's gone on in between there. Did you see, by the way, that your man for Spain, the defender Ramos, he's got a song out at the moment. I think he's got a new song out where he's all moody, sitting on a chair. Thank you so much, Davy's Life. You're an absolute star. Thank you so much. You're kind soul. Ramos song. Let me see now. Sergio Ramos Cibeles official video. He's horse run at it. Now I don't know. When you're this rich and you're this good at football, you can make songs like this. This lovely backdrop here. Probably that could be fucking Barcelona. No, it's probably Madrid. That could be Madrid there now, is it? statute there. Woman with the baps out. Oh no, he's got the fucking auto tune.
Todavía me duele, yo nunca quise irme, tú me pediste que vuele, oh,
Nice.
tú me pediste que vuele, oh, tú me pediste, yo mataba por ti, te amé y te defendí, pero no estaba.
I'm digging it. I'm not, you know what, Sergi? That's not bad at all, that. I'm already liking that. Like, I'm not saying I'd go out and buy that album or listen to it anywhere, but if you're in Spain and you're having a few too many shandies or a couple of glasses of vino down by the docks and that song come on, you'd be like, I'm going to stand up and do a bit of movement here and dance. Maybe this is because I'm jealous, but I'd say he's an absolute wanker. I'd say he's an absolute bollocks. He's just, I'd say he oozes self-control. Oh, nice goal, yeah. He was one of the best centre-backs there ever was. He was one of the best centre-backs there ever was. Brain damage. You don't like it, Chucky, no? We don't like it. I don't think I can show the full thing. He's got a nice pair of baggy jock pants on him there that he probably picked up from Zara. He'll do well for himself. 2.1 million views. He'll do well for himself, Sergi will. Guarantee that song will go down well. He'll probably end up he might do a bit of music with fucking Shakira. England number 4 on the rankings. They're always up there sniffing around the top, but they never quite get there. Brazil have been an anomaly the last couple of years. People don't seem to know what's going on with them. I don't think the Brazilians know themselves. By God, they used to have some serious footballers though on that Brazil team. By God, they did. Back around the time of Rivaldo and the whole gang. Fuck me. But they're not quite the same team as they were. Portugal sniffing away up there. Netherlands, tall lads. Belgium, chocolate. Germany, can they be trusted? Croatia, great footballers. Very sturdy. Italy, lovely food. Always hard team to beat. Morocco, sniffing away. I don't know why I did that. Mexico, good team. Very nice to support them. Colombia, we know what you're thinking. USA, getting better every year. Uruguay. For such a small country, Uruguay are very impressive. Let me see. Uruguay population. Rivaldo had a rifle of a left peg. Oh, he was cruel in front of goal. He was unbelievable. Yeah, he was one of the best. He's one of the least talked about Brazil. And people talk about him all the time, but he was, when you compare him to like Ronaldo or Ronaldinho, people don't mention him, but Romario was another gift. He was a real gift. I remember Romario scoring 2 or 3 goals against Man United. 4-0. Barcelona beat United 4-0. I was disgusted, but I was also just blown away at the sheer talent level of that the Barcelona team. Just good players. There's only 3.387 million people living in Uruguay, and yet Ireland, we have many do we have? Many do we have now? 5.38. We should be doing a bit better than them. But Uruguay probably don't have lads playing other sports like we do here in Ireland, what with the rugby and the hurling and the Gaelic football and all the other stuff that goes with it. Ags. You from Scotland, Ags? Where's Scotland on the list here? Let's see. Scotland, Korea Republic, number 23. Ecuador, Ukraine used to doing well. Norway, not bad. Algeria, Poland, Greece, Costa Rica. This is getting dangerous now. I thought that was Ireland. It's Cote d'Ivoire. Number 45. Venezuela are better than Ireland. How is that possible? Scotland, 47. Poor Uruguay has no hurling. Their loss. Exactly. They don't have the pleasure of watching Sean Ogo, Halpine or DJ Carey knocking a small little ball in up the field. Romania, Jesus Christ. Slovenia, Cameroon, Slovakia, Qatar. Where's Ireland in the fucking list? Here we are, 60. One, two. Okay, I think we're back. Folks. And it's very precariously set up. This fucking. Is that better? What is popping up and disappearing in the toolbar? I don't know. I don't have any toolbar on this myself, so I don't see anything popping up there, to be honest. But could be anything. Lovely stuff. We're back, anyways. Uzbekistan are ranked higher than Ireland. That cannot be right, can it? Well, that's it, folks. We seem to be slipping down the rankings there, but again, we've one of the best rugby teams in the world. Whether you like rugby or not is a different story. I'm not really gone on the old rugby. I'd be more of a road bowling fan. Did you ever watch that road bowling? Let me see now. I wanted to watch another video here. Let me see. We have another video of Keane, Alex Ferguson, sorry, pre-match Liverpool. Team talk. This is when all the fucking... This is when football was football.
Right, okay. Well, let's just start in.
Teddy Sheringham here. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Dennis Irwin taking it all in. Teddy Sheringham, renowned as a cheeky fella. Cheeky man. Apparently he used to smoke.
It's straightforward. As far as I'm concerned, you look after McManaman, close him down quickly. You don't need to detail a player. It's whoever's nearest, go and close him down, play against them. And don't allow him to then dictate the areas in which to play.
We've heard it every time we played Liverpool. McManaman's doing this. We know that. He doesn't really have to tell us because we know. I think he likes team talks. I think he likes to talk to us.
I want you to go back
Ronnie Johnson there.
How we lost the league. We lost the league at
One of the best centre backs.
Not listening to that instruction about
Phil Neville doesn't want to be there.
It's the players the problem.
Giggsy here
Quite
at the end.
happy not to change. And when I first came to the club, I said to the players, I'm not going to change.
The original
anyway.
heartthrob of the Premier
There's no
League.
question about that.
Butter wouldn't
You
melt.
don't need to change.
Look at him tweaking.
There. Change, by the way.
You can just tell that there's something on his mind there. He's thinking outside the box.
There's no question about that. You will need to change. Or they won't be there. And that's
Gary Pallister, I met him before actually at some horse racing, and he was drinking Guinness all day and let off a fart, and it was absolutely disgusting. We had to leave the house. It was that bad.
what happens. You see,
And all he could do was he was laughing away about it.
And they're given the license
Gary
to
Neville.
go and attack without any defensive duties. But if he tries to bully you, fucking enjoy it.
Nicky Butt
Don't let him attempt to
and
bully
Keno there at the end, I think.
you. Right?
But look at it, just like hanging out there in an old school or something like that. Very simple times.
All
Brian
right.
McClure down the back there having a sleep.
Right, okay. Let's go.
Picking, what's he doing? Picking fucking
Alright.
stuff out of his eye, is he? Look at him.
Right, okay. Let's go.
And he's probably thinking, you know, I have to get.
The thing about United now is that this would all be brand new tables, brand new lights. The whole thing, even the kits would be all brand new. But at the same time, they're
these
much
players
shitter
to
now
listen to
than
me
they
on
used to
this
be back
tactical
then.
side of the game, because it can help you, and it's little things like that during the game that do help you. And like I said, I just hope that we are listening.
There we are.
There you have it, folks. Alex Ferguson lived and breathed football back in the day. An absolute fucking man on a mission. A man on an absolute mission. How's everyone getting on in the chat there? Hope all is good with yourselves. With the feet up, pure ignorance. Oh, exactly. Yeah, they didn't give two shits. Did not give two shits. But the one of the whole gang here who got away with a lot but wouldn't get away with it anymore is Teddy Sheringham. Used to be a very cheeky chappy. Teddy, our friend Teddy, he was a womanizer, to say the least. And we have some pictures of him here, I think. Womanizing. Just to be out in the town all the time, you know. This was back in the day where you'd be allowed to go out for a few pints midweek if you scored a couple of goals, and that's the reason why Sheringham got into the football, so he got midweek. And he marries stunning blonde. Jesus, yeah, a real man of the people. But he's got a family man now, but you can just see the cheekiness in his eyes there. You can tell that he's the kind of fella who would be well up for a couple of cheeky vodkas and coke about 3 o'clock in the morning, when all is said and done. There's nothing to be got from the night. But Teddy Sheringham would say, stick around for another one or two. And he'd be coherent too. He'd have stuff to talk about. And he'd always be making plans. I don't know. I actually don't know what I'm talking about. But one of the cheekier chappies from the team of 1999 that doesn't get enough recognition, but like, all we have to do is put this video on. Come on, from Blankfist, I think, who didn't really make a huge impact. Peter Lynch, welcome.
The big goalie's coming up. Peter Schmeichel is forward. Can he score?
The big goalie's coming up. Peter Schmeichel was 6'4". Now, the thing that bothers me sometimes about football is that they'll say things like Big Les or Big Al, but then you check the height of them, they're like 5'10". They're like only 5'10", but like, God rest his soul, the Brazilian fella, what was his name again? Passed away. What was his name again? He looked a bit like that actor. Brazil managers. Scolari, is it Scolari? Did Scolari die, did he? Am I getting that right? Scolari. Oh no, he's still on the go. It's not him then, it's another fella. It's not, is it Scolari or who is it? Big Phil. Is it Big Phil? Let me see. They do the same thing with like Fat Joe. But he's not fat anymore, so like the name doesn't really work for him anymore. But Big Phil can refer to several different people, including Irish politician Phil Hogan, known for his time as a European Commissioner and his tall stature. Yeah, Big Phil Scolari. I think that's who I'm thinking of. Now, how big was he? I don't know. Let's just check the height. Sorry, I thought he'd passed away, but maybe I'm getting him confused with somebody else. Thank God he's still alive, because he is a great manager. But there's a fella that looks just like him. He's an actor. What the fuck? Not Morgan Freeman. What's your name? Can anyone tell me who you think he looks like? the actor he looks like. An older actor, obviously, but one of the greats as well. He didn't pass away, he passed wind. Big Phil Scolari, there he is. What height is he? They always tell you, look, oh, he's 5'11", like, okay, so that's big, but it's not that big. It's not big enough to call yourself Big Phil. So anytime someone calls him Big Phil, I want you to pull him up on it and say he's not that big. He's like skinny Fat Joe, who has lost a lot of weight now. This is Fat Joe now, so he's just average sized Joe. The sergeant from The Wire, no, not him. Harvey Keitel, no, not Harvey Keitel either. Hannibal Lecter, no, not Hannibal Lecter. Oh God, he looks a bit. Oh, what's his name? I don't know. I don't even know what to look for on Google, but it's like, oh fuck, I wouldn't even know how to. You know, he's in a lot of movies in the late 90s, early 90s. Not Denzel Washington, no. American fella. I think he might have passed away. That's who I was thinking that passed away. What the fuck was his name? Jeez, it'll come to me anyway. Let me see. Male American actors, we'll say. Male. Old. No. James Stewart, Clint Eastwood, no. Humphrey Bogart, no. James Cagney, no. No. None of those. I need more on the list here. This cannot be all the old male actors, can it? Can anyone tell me this fucking lad's name? He looks a bit like this fella, but he's not him. Gene Hackman. Oh my God, you're right. Gene Hackman. Now, hopefully he's still alive, is he? Oh, he's passed away, yeah. So that's who I was thinking of. He passed away in February of this year. Does he or does he not look like Big Phil Scolari? That is Phil Scolari for all intensive purposes. Oh, fuck's sake. Where are we going? Phil Scolari. Are they not the spitting image of each other? Let me see now if I can get this. Same person, no? Hackman died in really unfortunate circumstances. What? Poor old fucking Gene Hackman. What happened to him, we'll see. Let's see. How did he... is it too gruesome to find out? An autopsy confirms Gene Hackman died from heart disease. The main cause of Gene Hackman's death was heart disease, but he was also in the advanced stages of Alzheimer's disease and likely had not eaten for a long time. Poor old fella, Gene Hackman. Okay, well, awful sad doing alright for poor Gene Hackman, but he was and is one of the greatest actors ever. And let's remember him for that. But yeah, Gene Hackman anyway. Let me see now. What the fuck was I looking at there before that? We've gone through so much shite here now. I was looking at Teddy Sheringham. Wife and carer died of hantavirus, and he was so far gone with dementia he died of thirst. Oh jeez, that's sad. Poor old fella. Great drunk acting in French Connection 2. Yeah, Jesus, it was, yeah. And that drunk acting, they reckon it's one of the hardest things to do, because when you drunk act, they say you have to act sober, but you still have to look drunk. You know, because I suppose when you get drunk, you're not trying to look drunk, you're trying to look as sober as you can, so it's a matter of holding yourself together. So that's definitely one to check out. French Connection 2. It's been a long time, I believe, since I watched that. Connection. Long time. Long time since I watched that movie. Long time. Could be 10 years ago now since I seen that one. Could be 10 years. What is it? 1971. Jesus. He's at it a long time. We've got a great run of it too. Roy, who's this lad? Roy Schneider. I never knew his name was Roy Schneider. This is the fella from Jaws. I wonder, is he any relation to Rob Schneider? Have a few scoops. Yeah, I'd love to have a few scoops. I had a couple last night, but I'm doing a 3/4 marathon fucking this Saturday, so I can't. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to do on the marathon, so I'm going to have to be cute enough. But I'm going to celebrate this Saturday by having a couple of delicious cans of cold beer, maybe some IPA for myself, get some crisps in and some nuts. You're fond of an old drop. I do like a drop, yeah. I'm always fighting the urge not to drink, and then when I'm drinking, I'm thinking, it's good. You know the crack yourself. It's good crack, but you're fighting the urge not to fucking get too carried away, especially if it's midweek. Like yesterday was what day? Monday, and I had 2 beers. They were strong enough beers, but still, it's Monday. Like, am I doing much training? I'm not doing an awful lot, but I'm doing enough that I think between the fitness and the ignorance, I think I will be able to do possibly 15-20k this weekend if I'm lucky. I've got to be very, very careful because my diet it gets rough. It gets bad. Tuesday, Wednesday, like Monday and Tuesday it's fine, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's like you pop into the shop, you're eating chicken, you're eating fried chicken, you're getting a fry up, you're drinking Coca-Cola, whatever it may be. So I need to keep on top of it. I really do. But yeah, the training's going well though. Strongest man in Ireland can't always say no to a drop. No, the thing is you got to time your drops. You got to time your drops, or else you don't want the grape to control you. You have to time your drops, and when you do time them, and when you do have that drink, it's beautiful. No more than Teddy Sheringham and fucking the boys. There's a time and place for it. No more jambons for me, Peter. No, I haven't eaten a jambon in probably 6 months. I still enjoy them. I don't enjoy the fact that they've gone up in price so much. I remember being able to buy them for $1.20 a pop, and the fact now that they're gone up to $2.40, it's just I'm having a bit of a personal strike against delis because they're slowly creeping up, and I know they have to because the price of flying in loads of hash browns and whatnot, it's obviously going to go up. They got to cover their costs, but at the same time, let's not rip each other off now. Ever seen Eddie Hall's diet when he was competing? I don't know if I did, no. Eddie Hall, but I can imagine he had a huge amount of food. Eddie Hall's diet. I think I remember he was eating like shit. He made a video or two about it. Yeah, God only knows what kind of stuff this lad's putting away. Like just absolute carnage, and just the breakfast, fish, lunch looks like a chop, dinner looks like a chop as well. Fitness routine. What does Eddie Hall eat in a day? Same with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Like the shite that they'd be eating all fucking day, they'd be at the table just eating. Mind you, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I don't know if you've seen this, but he's after trimming back a bit there. Have you seen this? Trimmed back. He's lost a lot of weight because I think he's playing some wrestler in a movie. Now I say some wrestler. He's playing an icon, but I forget your man's name again. It might come to me. But they reckon that Dwayne The Rock Johnson has really trimmed back a good bit. He's lost a lot of the size. Frozen Super Value ones are top notch. Okay, as long as they're not burning frozen. Let me see, frozen Super Value ones. Okay, I never got them in there, Peter. I must pop in tomorrow. We have a Super Value up there in Kelchima. which is that way. It's 5k that way. So I might pop in tomorrow and I might pick up some frozen jam ones. Calvin Doyle, how are you, buddy? How are you getting on? How's tricks? Excuse me, I'm farting here. How is the movie coming along? What cans will you have? I will have probably, you know the way you get those boxes and you get like 4 different cans inside it and they're all like funny colours, but they have a bit of a kick off them. I get those, and 4 of those will do me nicely, and then see where it goes from there. But I wouldn't mind, I wouldn't mind a few pints of Smithwick's as well. He'd have a big carbon footprint. By God, he would. Jesus Christ. Eddie Hall would have his huge carbon footprint. The amount of gas this man must be just... Like, that whole frame is just built for releasing gas, really. Look at all this stuff. Like, it's just fucking mayhem altogether. But let's have a look there. Eddie Hall's daily diet varies, but during a recent 8,000 to 10,000 calories carnivore diet, he consumed high-fat, high-protein foods like salmon, eggs, steaks, and cottage cheese, along with high-fat milk, butter, and electrolytes for hydration. In his strongman days, his diet was a massive calorie intake that included full English breakfasts, kilos of pasta, large steaks, and family-sized desserts like cheesecakes, totaling up to 20,000 calories. That's a lot of calories, lads. That's too many calories when you think about it. That's a fucking... the average man should be eating 2,500 calories per day. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 times the amount. Up the Reds, you up out of that. Baptista did the same. Think you might drop down the muscle now myself. Yeah, I was thinking of dropping a bit of muscle myself, Calvin, but sure, there's no harm to keep it on for the autumn anyway coming in. Keep yourself warm, if anything. How many weeks' notice would I need to fight the Liver King? I'd be good to go now, because the way I see it is you need to be ready all the time. And if Liver King wants to go, I'm right fucking here. If Liver King wants to fucking do it, me versus Liver King, 1-on-1, winner takes the prize, then let's do it. No problem. I think I could take Liver King. I know he's muscular. I know he's got size. I know he's got fucking this grit about him. But I just think he'd get tired and I'd get him in the back and I'd choke him out and I'd fucking make him eat dirt. Let me see. A fighting man should always be ready. Exactly. Like Bruce Lee once said, always be ready. He used to train lads in jeans and fucking shirts, jumpers. Lads would turn up, I've no shorts. He'd be like, don't worry about the shorts. Worry about the way you train. Paul, you're saying the jambos in your local centre are cat. Yeah, they can be. They can be awful hit and miss. I will give credit where credit's due, though. Some of these delis have really, really, really upped their game. Sometimes you go in there and it's an absolute gift. You're like, I've stepped into heaven here for a minute. And it's just the array of food. It's the possibilities. And I'll tell you what I like to get to eat. And then, Paul, you might tell me what you like to get to eat in a sandwich. But I would like, and this is something I've added in there recently. I know some of you might have this yourselves. Get a roll. Get them to take out a small bit of the inside of the roll. All that fucking shite that's in it. Just a small bit. Mayonnaise. Egg. Boiled egg. Cut it up. Slice it up for me. Throw it in there. Coleslaw. Beetroot stuff. Extra bit of mayonnaise in the coleslaw. Lovely. Now we're coming together. Cheese. And it's all about when and where and how you put it in. Cheese next. Tomato. But I'm not talking regular tomato. I'm talking about sun-dried tomato from the sun. And spicy chicken fillet roll. And I know it's like, oh, does everyone eat them? Yeah. Yeah, we do. Chuck McNorris. By God, I'd fucking love that. I would love it. said, never let another man do donuts in your whip. Baptista lost a lot of weight as well to get more acting roles. Is The Rock probably just copying him? Could well be, yeah. I was reading somewhere that The Rock was saying that he wants to start doing roles that suit him as opposed to doing roles that suit other people. So maybe he's going to take a bit of a deviation on Dwayne The Rock wrestler movie. Maybe he's going to take a deviation on his career path. Might be taking a different route. Like, even though he's already big, he looks just like this fella who I watched some of this fella's fights years ago, but I didn't know the true story of him. Was it Mark Kerr? Yeah, Mark Kerr. This guy's an animal. This guy's a fucking weapon. Now this guy, me and this guy, that would be a tough one. Who'd come out on top? Mark Kerr. This is around the beginning of the UFC when there was no rules. You have your man there dressed up in the gi. He could be jiu-jitsu, could be judo, and then fucking the big fella in the middle, Paul McCartney.
Well, here we go. Harnstein, also a Sheringham champion of America.
The clobbering contraception.
I'm sure he took the lessons from the Mark Coleman match and came back more prepared.
Are the new podcasts dushed on? No, they're not, Aaron. I'll tell you what's happening with the podcast. You see, I am living in Mayo at the minute, so it's a bit hard to get guests on because everyone's in Dublin mostly, or they're in like Galway or different places. So the plan is, now I don't know if I'm going to do this. You guys might give me some advice here. I'm thinking about moving either back to Dublin for a while or going to Berlin. What do you reckon?
He was caught up in the event, not in the fighting.
And he's got a great kick, an axe kick, which can be deadly if he can score.
You just know that Mark Kerr's going to take this one. Ultimate Warrior sandwich. You see, the big boys didn't know much about the jiu-jitsu back in them days, so you could do elbows to the head, you could do kicks on the ground. This was a fairly violent sport. The crazy thing about this is that as tough as these lads were back then, and they're probably jacked up on steroids as well, I think that they wouldn't beat any of the lads that are around now. Sergeant Dusty, you think people are a bit jaded from seeing The Rock play the same characters in most every movie? Yeah, definitely. He's likely seen a bit of a drop off from his draw and wants to try something new. Yeah, in fairness to him, like, he was big news for a long time, and he probably just thinks to himself he needs to take a new direction. Sure, why wouldn't you? If you're Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you have the money that lad has, why wouldn't you take a fucking different direction? You know, it makes sense. It really does, you know, because there's lots of roles that he could stick his teeth into. Mark Kerr, I think, was a good one. Now, it's hard for The Rock because he looks a certain way, so people are probably going to typecast him. But I think there's plenty more fuel in the tank there for Dwayne. Do you know Berlin well, Baby Squid? No, I don't really know Berlin too well. No, I was only there one time, but when I was there, I really enjoyed it. So I was thinking about maybe going back, and I think you can do a lot of comedy there and different things, and there's a lot of different stuff going on there. So I said I might try it for 3 months anyways and see, just because the winters here in Mayo, they're not great. So I thought I might get away. But then again, fucking winter wouldn't be too much better in Berlin either. But it's just one of those things, you know, like Aaron, the way you're asking about the podcast there, as I said, like, it's the hassle of trying to get people on to do it, you know. Mind you, I could probably call a few people on streams and stuff like that, but it will be coming back though. Germans, don't forget about the past. Be careful. Why? What happened? I don't know. What happened with the Germans? Ho ho. John Cena is on a roll at the moment, acting wise. Yeah, I heard that. All right. Yeah. John Cena actually, I think, was in Dublin recently, but there was some wrestling going on there in Dublin. Some fella was telling me. Said it was absolute great crack. And it's one of those things you'd love to go and have a couple of cheeky beers and a couple of cheeky smokes and go to one of those wrestling events and have the absolute time of your life. I went to one before. It was called OTT, I think. And wow. Who'd win in MMA rules, Slim Down Rock or Current McGregor? It's hard to know. Like, Slim Down Rock would be strong. Try Kinnegad first. I heard Kinnegad is a twin town with Berlin, man. The Kinnegad boys are after you. Kinnegad. It's been a while since I was in Kinnegad, County Westmeath. Lovely, lovely town. But I've been here, and I do like it. Let's have a little look around Kinnegad. Let's see what's going on in Kinnegad. Kinnegad Family Practice. You go in there and you practice for a family, is it? Hoo-hee. Chef Kebab Pizza. Looks alright. Looks like King Fade. Nice. There's a Euro World. These two waiting outside Euro World to smoke a fag, probably. What's this place here? Care Plus. It's the pharmacy, I think. We're kind of down the back streets here at Kinnegad, so let's see if we can pop up to the main street and see what's the flavour of the day here in Kinnegad. But they're taking a sharp turn for himself. This is the main street of Kinnegad. This is the salon. Go in there, get the hair chopped. Charity shop. Don't mind if I do. Can't beat an old charity shop for a couple of bargains. And then they're doing a bit of construction work here in Kinnegad. Can anyone confirm that they're doing a bit of work in Kinnegad? And if so, what are they doing exactly? It appears that they're building a fair bit around Kinnegad, are they? It's all getting built up. That's a lovely church, isn't it? They're probably... Is that a church or museum? I don't know. Look at this. It's a bit fancy, isn't it? You wouldn't get that in every town. A mate of mine was telling me he's seen a gig of yours in Cork and said you were right good dealing with lads in the crowd. You know, this is crowd control. Okay, the microphone cut out again there, folks. I apologize for that bullshit. Now, I think that's better. She's back. Lovely stuff. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Kinnegad. This is the Kinnegad Plaza. That maybe goes down into the ground there and brings you up somewhere else, does it? This place is for sale, look. Sherry Fitzgerald. You could do anything you want there with that place there, look. You could have a lovely little cafe there and just an evening place there where so it's cafe and cigarettes and nice food and pizzas and cake, bottles of wine, fags, and lads just fucking bring thousands of lads in there. Fill those rooms up with lads and just have the fucking time of your life. Granuel. Anyone know what that means? And another church in the town there. There's the steakhouse. Harry's Steakhouse. Okay. Who's this one here? Harry's Steakhouse. Anyone got any opinions on Harry's Steakhouse in Kinnegad? Is it good? You heard Azerbaijan is nice this time of year. I think they're getting a bit of rain there in Azerbaijan. They're getting bad all weather. This is look like the car I have here. Look at this yoke here. Fuck, it's gone now, is it? It's gone too far, have I? For fuck's sake! No, it's gone. No, there's a car there, an Opel Astra, same as my own car. Here we are now going down the highway streets of Kinnegad. Church of the Assumption. Okay. Oh, it's a nice town. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. You know what? We'll take a look in Kelchama. Been a while since I've showed anyone around Kelchama. And Kelchama is it's a lovely town. It is equidistant from me between here. No, I'm trying to. How do I say this? It's the distance between here and Kelchama and Swinford equidistant, if that makes sense. This place here, the Inn 17, this used to be a nightclub. 3 floors of madness. Oh, my screen must have been shared there. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Sorry about that there. So Kelchama. So we're looking at Kelchama town here. This used to be a nightclub called Inn 17. And it's not being used at the moment, but hopefully it'll come back. 3 floors of madness. It was a disco. Open 8 till 8. Finn's Footwear. I think my mother had an affair with the fella from there. No, that's not true, but could be. The library there. And in here, it's got a different name now, does it? They must have changed it. This used to be called the Taj Mahal, but the Chinese have taken it. It's the Emirta Chinese restaurant and takeaway, and it's got 1 review, permanently closed. Okay, it mightn't have kicked off great, but it is called the Taj Mahal. But they're moving into Swinford town. More construction going on. This is the IRD. The IRD there now. Kelchama town. And you go down that way there, anyways. Right inside, you got a garage there, but we'll go up this way here now. Used to be a shop here somewhere. Oh, here, look. This shop, it's called the Village Inn or something. The Village News. Myself and my brother used to go in there after Mass, and the fella behind the counter go, "How ye girls?" That's what he'd say to us every single time, and we should really fucking bother us. Raftery. This, of course, was the blind poet that lived close by. He used to be a blind man that walk around the back roads of Kilchama, telling poems to people and staying in their house for the night. Down there is Super Value. And then you got Chocohorrors on the corner here. If you're looking for a bit of soup and a lovely pint, go into Chocohorrors. You will not be sad about it. Free Dolan Saw Doctors cassettes. Imagine they started handing out Saw Doctors cassettes to people. How are you getting on? Yeah, here's a Saw Doctors for you. Saw Doctors for you. Let me see. There's a new place opened up here. If you ever are coming to Kelchama, this post office is now a cafe. And if you go across the road there, oh no, maybe I've got mixed up, have I? Maybe it's here. Because you look across the road and there's the butcher. You can see the butcher from the shop. There's the butcher there, the red place. This used to be a pub. It's not open up anymore. This one here, then the tavern bar, thriving. I think it's busy enough. And then Langan's, of course, great pint as well in Langan's. This is the first shop in Kelchama to have a jukebox. Carol's. We used to go in there, named not after the cigarettes, the Carol cigarettes, but nevertheless, same name. St. Louis. I was there for 6 months. But this is the church. We used to go into this church every Sunday, pray our minds away. And then we would head down the street here and we'd go into Carol's and my mother did the shopping. She'd pick up all sorts of stuff. You name it, she picked it up. And if you're looking for a fucking quick little bit of grub, there's some fella going around doing these pictures. What do you make of this image here? There's a shop called, that's got a different name now as well. It's called the Hot Box or something like that. But that's Kelchama town. There's a bit more out that way too. If you go straight that way, you have Claremorris. And this used to be the theatre. I think it still opens up from time to time. And that's pretty much, that's Kelchama. And we're going to see the High Stool Profits in the TF Castlebar the 17th of October is the TF NAU's first sesh. The TF is like, it's a big concrete building there in Castlebar. And Castlebar, man, traveller's friend. And it's a nice spot, yeah, it's nice. It's like, it gets in great. You get serious performers going there. Like all the biggest of people go there. Like there she is, Royal, and it's a big old building there now. So, but there's plenty of places to knock around and to have a few drinks and whatever. But you'll probably be going in that way there. I went in that way one time to see Tommy Tiernan. You might go in that door too, but you probably go down that way. But when you get there, if you can get one of these spots here, you're fucking flying it. If you park up here, you're flying it. Unless, of course, some Egypt falls on top of the car. But if you park anywhere in this row, you're absolutely flying it. Because you got in and out. Nobody will see you. In there, bit of food, gone. Because people normally park around there. Or if you go down that way there, down that way, you can head down to Tesco. And which is nice food there as well if you're looking for carvery. That's the crack anyway, folks. So that's it, folks. I'm going to leave you with it now. I'm going to head to Bobo's, but thank you so much for joining me again. And I might try and get somebody on to the next stream. Anybody you'd like, let me know in the comments, and I'll see who I can get on. But you throw up a load of names there, and we'll work through them. We'll do a ranking list, and whoever we can get on, we shall get on. All right, folks. Thanks so much for joining me. Sleep well tonight.